Okay, so today we're looking at proportions. And proportions are essentially just when two things share the same ratio. So essentially what it is like a fraction, so something over something equals something over something else. Or, to put some actual numbers in there, like for example, 1/2 is equal to 3 over 6. Or 2 over 5 is equal to 200 over 500. But really what you're going to do more often than not is solve these proportions. So like you'd have a thing like 3 over 7 equals x over 21. And then you have to figure out what is x. So in this example, for every 5 students walking out of the building, 2 of them get an ice cream sandwich. If you have 820 students that walked out of the building on Friday, how many ice cream sandwiches were given out? So with this, what we want to do is we want to set up two fractions that are equal to each other. So in order to do that, we have blank over blank equals blank over blank. For the first fraction, what we want to do is just look at this ratio here. 2 out of every 5 students. So 2 get the ice cream sandwich, 5 is the total. You could write it in the reverse order, but I think it just makes more conceptual sense this way. As long as you stay consistent is the key. So 820 students, remember that's the total. So that's going to be on the bottom because 5 was the total. So we keep the totals on the bottom. And then the ice cream sandwiches, we don't know how many, so that's just going to be x. So to solve this problem, all you have to do, well, there's a lot of different ways to do it, honestly, but one way to do it is cross multiply. So 5 times x is 5x, and 2 times 820 is 1640. And then just solve like you would a normal equation. Divide by 5, and x equals 328 ice cream sandwiches. Okay, so this problem we're going to attack in the same exact way. It looks at the New York State minimum wage in 1970, which was $1.85 an hour. And in 2020, the New York State minimum wage is $11.80 an hour. In 1970, the wealthiest person in the world was worth $1.5 billion. We want to see if these move in proportion, minimum wage and the ultra-wealthy people, then how much should the wealthiest person in the world be worth today? So it's just a simple proportion. Fraction equals a fraction. And for this, I'll keep the minimum wage stuff, we'll put that in red. We'll do the ultra-wealthy stuff in, well, green, right? That makes the most sense because money. All right, so with this, it's $1.85 per hour over $11.80 per hour. We have 1970 on top, and we have 2020 on the bottom. This one is 1.5 billion, and we don't know how much now, so that's x billion. So now we just have to cross multiply and solve. So 1.85 times x is 1.85x, and that equals 1180 times 1.5 is 17.7. So to solve this, just divide by 185, and you get that x equals $9.57 billion. So that's how it would work if it were in fact proportional, but as we all know, that is nowhere close to what the wealthiest person in the world is worth in 2020.